Bitcoin last week. Yeah, that's almost to $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. That's the largest buy. And on top of that, even though they bought, we still have the price of crypto dropping. We have Bitcoin going as low as $94,000. Side note, it actually went even lower than this. And this is the lowest it's gone since the month of May, which we're going to talk a little bit about this. And on top of that, we have our Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, we have multiple crypto projects that are crashing, that are going down. A lot of people are saying this is a liquidity issue. We've had the Fed talk about this. And we're going to do a little bit of TA looking at exactly what I see in the price action. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, some of our key crypto projects that I know that you're holding right now. Now, even though a lot of things are seeming to be negative right now, what's crazy is you have some of these institutions that are still buying. Here we see that Harvard, right, increased their Bitcoin holding, right, through their ETF. Oh my goodness, right? Now, because you have these institutions buying, but yet you still see all these crypto projects that are still struggling, right? Our crypto is still not doing well. The question that we have to ask ourselves is, number one, is the bull market over, right? Is it time to really exit? Or number two, is this simply just a pullback and we're about to see prices explode and start moving higher? So let's break this down and answer some of these questions, starting off with Michael Saylor buying more Bitcoin. Now, the thing with this is that would Saylor buy more Bitcoin? Does that mean that we should be buying more crypto? And this is what I want everyone to know, right? I'm hyped. I'm happy that he's buying, right? Right. I'm hyped and I'm happy that he's buying. But the thing is, he doesn't have the best buy. Now, Alex just asked a really good question in the chat. Alex just asked, you expect an uptrend soon, right? Now, the thing is, I do expect prices to spike up. There's a big difference between expecting prices to spike up and expecting a downtrend. And the reason why I expect prices to spike up is because we have massive liquidation around the 60K price range, right? So not around the 92K price range. So around this price range right here, and I want to draw it out for everybody. First, let's do TA on Bitcoin, and then as we do TA on Bitcoin, we'll just talk about the key level I expect prices to spike up, because there's a huge difference between spiking up and then having an uptrend direction. Nah, good morning. Hope you're doing well. All right, so let's just talk about this real quick. Right now, we're seeing prices move down, right? Everything's getting obliterated. Boom, boom, boom. Prices are moving the downwards direction. Right now, the market is looking absolutely terrible. So I'm leaning more towards we're bearish, we are in the bull market, we are in the bear market, prices are moving down, but there is something that I am looking to confirm it, right? But that's what I'm leaning towards. Right now, we have a lot of liquidation, specifically over $60 million of liquidation right here. We have $60 million of liquidation at this price range right here, meaning if prices drop towards this zone, right, everyone that took a long position expecting prices to go down is going to get liquidated. And when that happens, it's going to force prices to move toward the upside. All right, so check this out, you guys. What is it? This is the website I wanted you guys to see. Check this out. So if we go here, this is what I want everyone to see. If you go here, right here is showing us our liquidation map, right? Liquidation map. If you switch this bad boy to the 7-day, look at this. Long position. Everyone was betting that prices were going to go up, right? Everyone was betting, hey, prices are going to pump, prices are going to pump, prices are going to skyrocket, prices are going to skyrocket, right? So we know that all of these people, right, took a long position. And because they were taking a long position, because they were expecting prices to run up, well, prices moving lower and lower, it means they're losing money. So the question we have to ask is, what's their liquidation price range? What's the price range once prices hit? These people will have to buy the price of crypto. It's going to cause a run toward the upside. And it's going to cause prices to just have that spike range. Majority of this liquidation, this $60 million worth of liquidation, is within this range right here, within that 92K price range. So that is why even in my private community, when prices were dropping, I didn't say, hey, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. So I'm expecting prices to drop closer toward that $90,000 price range right here. I highlighted 90K. Everyone sees that. And then after I see it drop towards 90K, I think we're going to have a massive squeeze towards the upside. Right? I think we're going to do a move like this, a massive squeeze towards the upside. And then the other thing that's really going to come down to is what in the world happens in the month of December. Now, I've been saying this for a while. I'm like, you guys, I don't care about October and I don't really care about November, right? And I said that this chart that everyone uses, hey, historically, October is the best month, right? We know that October is the second best month. We know that November is the second best month. But I think this is out the window because now this year has been proven it's all about institutions. It's about governments, right? They've controlled the crypto market this year. And that's one of the reasons why we've seen cryptos like Bitcoin absolutely skyrocket, right? Bitcoin has skyrocketed this bull run, but yet Ethereum barely did anything. Solana did extremely well, but in regards from all-time high didn't really do that well, right? We look at BNB did well, right? XRP had this lawsuit situation, but a lot of our alts didn't perform the way they did in the previous bull run and the bull run beside that. And it's because it's been heavy institutionalized this bull run. So I think it's really going to come down to what we see happen in the month of December. And it's all going to be based on the Fed implementing QE. Now, here's the thing about that, right? And I want to be very clear for everyone that's still new to crypto, is still trying to figure this out, is that 100%, I agree with you. Now, this is where I think, like I said, I think it's all really going to come down to December. It's all going to come down to QE, quantitative easing. If they implement, right, the first route, we know the Federal Reserve is going to do it. It's done. It's a done deal. They already announced it, right? It's a done deal. Now, the only question is, where will the price of our crypto be when they implement QE? Like, that's the big question, because that's going to let us know how much of how the market's going to react. Because we've never been in this situation before. So when you see all these crypto influencers that are like, hey, everything's over, it's like, yeah, you can say that. Like, yeah, definitely, we're in the bear market. Like, this is looking like the bear market, right? But my only thing is that last time we saw the Federal Reserve implement QE is when Bitcoin was all the way down here. And I've said it before, right? Last time this happened, we saw it was back here. Last time the Federal Reserve implemented QE, and it caused this massive run, and Bitcoin went from $4,000 price range all the way to $64,000, right? It went from $4,000 all the way to $64,000. Now, keep in mind though, I will say this. This is very, very different because this was during COVID, right? This was the whole COVID situation, and now we're not in that situation at all, right? We're not locked down in our houses. Everyone's up and about, right? But the thing is, that's like the closest thing we could relate. So for me, as long as if Bitcoin is below this range right here, right? As long as if we're below this line, it's looking bearish. It's looking bearish if we're below this orange line right here, because we know how this structure typically plays out, right? We know that prices moves like this, right? Boom, 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 and then prices move towards the downside. Like, that's how this structure moves, right? Right? Landon said we are cooked, brother. Yo, why? Why are you guys? Yo, I have a question right now. Put a one in the chat if you're like, put a one in the chat if you're like, I'm done with crypto, I can't make any money. Put a one in the chat if you're like, I'm done with crypto, I won't be able to make any money. Put a two in the chat if you're like, yo, I can still make money in crypto. I just want to see what everyone's thinking right now. Because I'm seeing so much negative comments. We're cooked. Mark said we're cooked. Landon said we're cooked. Okay. Cardano said one. Okay, we see a few twos. All right, so one. Okay, we see a few twos. All right, one and two. So you think you're done with crypto, you can't make money, but yet there's a way of making money. Okay. All right, so I just want to let people know this. All right, I'm going to let you guys know right now. I think we good. Okay, so here's the thing with crypto. This is what I want to say. You guys, you can make money with crypto going down. Obviously, you buy the underlying asset, prices move up, and it goes up, right? Like, We all understand that. But you can also make money when crypto goes down through leverage trading. Now, I will say this with leverage trading, and I want to be very, very clear. The way I talk about leverage trading isn't the same way like 99% of people in crypto talk about leverage trading. All right. Thank you so much for the gifts, you guys. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you, Henry, for the gifts. I appreciate it. Thank you, Trucker, for the gift. I appreciate it. Thank you, Plus Me, for the gifts. I appreciate it. Thank you, Gabe. Thank you, Cardano. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Artie. Thank you, Shaku. Oh my goodness. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Shaku? All right. All right. So this is what I want to say with crypto. All right. So just because I know everyone's depressed right now, right? Everyone's super discouraged. So I just want to explain this real quick. And I'll explain that this is the best strategy I think you can use to still crush it in crypto if you're new. All right. So this is what I think for people that are new. All right, so let me switch the chart and I'll make it super simple. First, let me show you guys this and then I'll talk. We know this chart is bearish, right? We know typically when we see this chart, prices moves like this. Like we already know prices move towards the downside. Now, typically it runs up, then it has a little move like that, and then it continues to move towards the downside. But here's the thing with crypto, and I want everyone to know this. Let me remove this real quick. Number one, you can make money with crypto going up, right? We all know that. You buy it, it runs up, you make money. You can also make money with crypto going down, right? You buy it and it moves down, and you buy it, you take a short position, it moves down and you make money, right? You can make money when it moves down. The thing is with crypto moving down, no one ever does it right, especially people that are new, because you don't know, you're new, all right? Here's the reality of life. Don't get offended. When you're new to anything, you're gonna suck, right? When we're new to everything, we suck. The first time you try to walk when you were a baby, you sucked at walking. But as you got older, as life continued, you became a really good walker. Now you can walk and text, chew gum, and talk to the person beside you at the same time, okay? So this is how, if you want to make money while the market is going down on leverage trading, this is how you should do it, all right? For everyone who understands leverage trading, I'm going to break it down for you. Like if you know what leverage trading is, for those of you who like have no idea what leverage trading is and I say something you don't understand, let me know. All right. The purpose of these live streams is that everyone walks away with knowledge that they can implement to get their crypto wallet bigger, fatter, and juicier. All right. Number one, do not do cross margin. Only do isolated margin. Don't even try to debate with me on this one. Don't even try. You do isolated. You do not do cross. There are people who are literally trade with 10 million, 20 million, $30 million, $80 million that do cross margin and lose all their money. Everyone on this live stream, none of us have $80 million sitting around that we can just throw into crypto. So if those people are losing $80 million, $90 million with cross margin, do not think you can jump into cross margin and crush it. So you do isolated margin, all right? Number one. Number two, when you do isolated margin, right, here it is, and no one will tell you this. When you do isolated margin, you only do a 1x. Oh my Naicke, I want to do a 50x. I saw this TikToker do 100x, and I saw this YouTuber do 100x. That's good, you saw them. Online doesn't show you the full reality, right? I remember you're learning to walk, so you're gonna be bad. So I'm gonna give you the huge difference between this, right? When you trade, right? When you trade with crypto, have you ever seen those people where like they win the lottery, and after win the lottery, they quit their 9 to 5 and they buy the Lambo, they buy the house, they travel the world, they buy these mansions, blah, blah, blah. And then they end up going broke and they have to go back to their 9 to 5. You ever heard of people like that in the news? Put a 1 in the chat. You're like, yeah, I've heard of stories like that in the news, right? Or you hear about athletes who make millions of dollars and then they retire, and then it's like these athletes are broke and it's like they need money, they're filing for bankruptcy. You ever heard about that? Like, right? Put a 1 in the chat. You're like, okay, yeah, I have heard about situations like that where like these people have all this money and then end up losing all this money. Like, put a 1 in the chat. Are you guys serious? No one has ever heard of anything like that? Okay, one person put a 1. Okay, good. All right, Paul Pulse Me put a 1. Thank you, Pulse Me. Oh, geez. Thank you for all the gifts, Pulse Me. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the love. All right. Right. So that's because those people haven't learned to manage that money yet. Right. Leverage trading is this. So when you take a leverage trade, you guys, leverage, right? Sorry, liquidation map. This is for people that trade leverage, right? Leverage. So what does that mean? Sorry, liquidation, right? Liquidation. It means it's at that point where you lose all your money. When you trade on leverage, banks, institutions, like these large people that control the market, they could see, hey, if crypto gets to this price, Pulse Me loses all his money. Henry will lose all of his money. Trucker will lose all of his money. Mark Allen will lose all of his money. Like they know, like Nick, I see you in the chat. Nick's gonna lose all his money, right? Mr. Kwan is gonna lose all of his money. They know this. So when you do leverage trading, they see at what price the crypto has to hit for you to lose all your money. So then what they do is they manipulate the price. They will push prices down for you to lose your money, or they'll push prices up for you to lose your money. So because you're new, that's why I say you only trade on 1x leverage. So 1x leverage mean you put in $1,000, you're only trading with $1,000. You put in $2,000, you're only trading with $2,000. You're not trading with any extra money. The only difference is because you're doing leverage with 1x, now you have the ability to make money as prices goes up. Sorry, now you have the ability to make money as prices goes down, right? That's it. That's the only difference. And you have to start off with 1x leverage. I'll even go more extreme. Just start off with 0.5x leverage. Start off with 0.5x leverage, right? Because this liquidation right here, this crash right here, do you know how big of a crash is? People don't know, right? This crash was so big that even if you were trading on 2x leverage, you would have lost all your money. You would have been wiped out clean. You have to send your boys that text, yo, bro, I blew up my account. You have to tell your wife, dang, I just lost all my money. There were people who were like, I lost years of my money, years of savings through this, just through one day, bam, wiped you out clean. Right? This would have been, and this is if you had just 2x leverage. 2x. And how many people were 10x leverage, 100x leverage? Stop listening to these random people on the internet, bro. Like, stop it. Right? For you guys who understand football, I'll just put it this way, right? You guys, all right. Anyone here understand the basics of football? If you're a football fan, put an F in the chat. If you're a football fan, put an F on my football fans. Right? On my football fans. Let me know, right? Okay, Pulse Me gave me a like. Thank you. I appreciate that. XX, put an X? I meant an F, like F for football. Or just use isolated leverage and don't put your entire account on one trade. Well, that's why we do isolated, right? That's what I've been saying the whole time. You do isolated. I never said cross. You got to listen, fair value. That's what I've been saying. You do isolated leverage, right? And that's why I said you only do 1x, right? So you're not putting in any money. You're just using the money that you have, right? Or I said you do 0.5, right? So when people do 10x leverage, right? What are they doing? That's you throwing a Hail Mary. You're throwing a Hail Mary. That's how you're trying to win. You're throwing a Hail Mary. You think you're going to win always throwing Hail Mary? No, you won't. But you know how you will win in football? If you keep getting first down. Because by default, if you keep getting first down, guess what? Touchdown. The touchdown set. Put that 7 point on the scoreboard. Let's go. Right? A lot of people who trade leverage, what they try to do is they're throwing Hail Marys. They're just like, stop throwing Hail Marys. You're gonna lose the game. But if you keep trying to go for a first down, guess what? You're gonna win. If you keep getting first down, you're gonna get a touchdown. And that's why I try to explain to people when it comes to leverage. Everyone in my community, right? Everyone in Lit Discord, right? I let everyone know. Everybody who's new, like, bro, I want to do leverage. I'm like, stop it. If you do want to do leverage, do 0.5x or do 1x. Because number one, you're new, you're taking baby steps. So you got to learn how to walk first. right? And then number two, even if you do know how to walk, these people on the background, they can see what price you bought it at, and they can see what prices has to hit for you to sell and lose your money. So that's why we only start off with 1x. Like, that's it. All right. First, make your 1,000, then make your first 10,000, make your first 50,000, make your first 100,000, then put 50K, put in the background. Or even if you make your first 5,000, make your first 5,000, put 2,500, put in the back, stable coin, let it make you passive income. The other 2,500, boom, boom, boom. Then keep working with that. Sergio, thank you so much for the 6 roses. Thank you so much for the 23 roses. Thank you, Sergio. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? Like that's how the game is really played, not just to win for the short term, but to also win for the long term. What I just explained. That's why you see so many people, right? On Twitter, was it like a month ago? Everyone's like, I lost everything. What? Because they're throwing Hail Marys. They're just, I'm going to bet it all. You're going to lose. You can bet it all, win, win, win. But then that one time you lose, bam, you lost everything. Right? And it's just not worth it, right? It's not worth it. That's what I found, you know? Do what you feel, but that's what I recommend, especially if you're new. That's the way to play to consistently win. There's a really good finance book. I finished reading it. I think it was last month, 2 months ago. It's called The Psychology of, I think it's called The Psychology of Money. The Psychology of Money, I think. Psychology of Money something. And in it, it was really interesting. And it said that one way to determine if you're going to financially do really well when it comes to investing and trading. And this was so crazy. He said, this is so interesting. I never thought about it like that. All right. He said, it's about how long you can stay in the game. Like, how long can you stay like in the investing and trading game? Because what happens is people will get in this game, right? Like I just said, and they'll trade on extreme leverage. Extreme leverage, prices ran up. Okay. Extreme leverage, prices ran up. Okay. Extreme leverage, prices ran up. But then the one time prices drops down out of nowhere, right? Because this was manipulation, right? The one time prices drops out of nowhere, they lose everything. So 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years of grinding is all gone in one day, right? 5 years of grinding, it's all gone. You were so diligent, right? All of that is gone in 1 year. So he said that one of the secrets to succeed as an investor, right, is just don't lose all your money. You can lose some of it, that's fine, because we all lose a little bit. But just don't lose all, because it means you're able to stay in the game longer. And if you stay in the game longest, then you'll always end up winning, because by the underlying asset, like the nature of it, like the nature of the asset itself, it just naturally always goes up in value, right? So if you're just able to just not lose all your money, by default, you're going to win. Like by default, you're going to win, bro. Look at it. If I'm the worst person in the world and I bought Bitcoin up here, this was the worst price to buy it. If I'm the most dumbest investor trader in the universe and I bought right here, oh my God. But the nature of it, the asset itself just naturally runs up. By default, I'm going to win. I'm going to walk away with more in my pocket than I did when I stepped into the casino, just because of I was able to stay in the game longer, right? So playing aggressive offense, I get it. You want to get to that first 50K really fast, $1 million really fast. Yes, I understand. But if you switch down mindset to let me just see how long I can stay in the game, by default, you'll win. Like that's it, right? So that's another way you can approach it. Someone asked, yes, I am. How did you know I was based out of Canada? Good question. I am based out of Canada. Shout out to all the... Where are you based? Where is everybody from? Where is everybody from today? Where is everybody here from? Right? Canada, and you want to hear from the States? Usually everyone from the States, I see a lot of people from Florida. A lot of people from Florida are usually in my live stream. I kind of understand why there's a lot of people from Florida in my live stream, because Florida is the spot where if you live in Florida, you have to just you just got to be like prospering if you live in Florida. Because when you're in Florida, you can't slip, bro. Like I consider myself as someone who has a nice body, because I work out. When I'm in Florida, I see these dudes. I'm like, bro, you're older than my dad. Like, how do you look better than me? Like you're like I don't skip like I don't like your boy's going to the gym, you guys. But when I'm in Florida, like even my abs, like you know what? But when I'm in Florida, I'm like, yo, bro, this guy's like 60 years old. Why does he look better than me? He's like, I'm like, this guy's like 65. This guy's like more than twice my age. Why does he look? It's crazy out here. Okay, what wallet do you recommend? A hardware wallet? You can use a Ledger. You can use a. Someone said Florida. Cassandra said Florida. It's different. Yeah, you can use a Ledger wallet. You guys are like, keep in mind. Okay, you guys, I'll say this. I'll let you guys know this. Get get a get a hardware wallet if the money makes sense to get a hardware wallet, right? Let you guys know. So check this out. A lot of people be like, oh, I want to get a hardware wallet. And it's like, all right, you're just starting off in crypto, right? That's it. You're just starting off in crypto. You want to get a wallet, right? The only thing I would say is you have to look at the prices of these wallets because it might not make sense based on how much money you're starting off with. Like if you're just, okay, I'm just going to put $100 in. So let's look right here. I'm just going to put $100 in. If you're going to put $100, why are you going to buy a wallet that costs $369? Right? Like that doesn't make sense. Oh, I'm gonna buy this Ledger wallet. All right, it's almost $600. You're putting in $100. Like the math doesn't make sense, right? Like okay. I'm pretty sure the Ledger Nano X, they stopped selling those, didn't they? Right? Like make sure it just makes sense, right? There's also the thing wallet, so you can check. There's the right. This one's a little bit better just because it's open source. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm pretty sure they stopped making the Ledger Nano X, right? Treasure is pretty good just because it's open source. I'm pretty sure it's a lot more safer. Plus, there was some scandal that happened with Ledger, with the Ledger wallets. I don't remember. Like something weird happened with them. It was like some type of hack. It was weird. I think this was like a year ago, 2 years ago, I think. But yeah, so, but this one, yeah, definitely check it out. I heard it's not offline though. What do you mean it's not offline? But yeah, this is a hardware wallet you can get. Just make sure you're putting in like you're constantly buying, right? Like if you're gonna buy a hardware wallet that's like $500, $600 or something, like make sure it's like you're someone where like you're buying $50 or $100 every single month, right? You're buying it for the long term, not just you're buying a little bit. Thank you so much, Gold Stacker. Thank you, Cassandra. Thank you, Misky. Thank you, 3E, Trucker, and Henry. Thank you guys for all the diamonds. Thank you for all the gifts. I appreciate the love. Thank you for all the gift. I appreciate it. Yeah, then you can go for a Ledger. You can go for a Ledger. You can go for a Ledger. You guys, if you're new to crypto, right? If you're new to, well, it is a hardware wallet. What do you mean? Well, there's a go for a Ledger. If you don't like it, you can go for a Ledger wallet. But you guys, if you're new to crypto, right? If you're new to crypto, or if you're good morning thoughts, and you have a crypto question, to drop your crypto questions in the chat. Sometimes it's hard to believe you can make money in crypto. Nah, don't say that. Don't say that. You can make money in crypto. Nah. Trust me, you can make money in crypto. I got you. Nah. Did you if you're someone where you're new to crypto and you're still struggling and you're like, dang, I can't get this, man. I just really want to lock in. You got check the link in my bio, right? In my crypto bio. Where's my TikTok? Check the link in my TikTok right here. Boom, boom, boom. Click there. Yes. And then this weird pop-up, and then it'll take you right here to the crypto class that I'm having in 3 days, right? Why 90? Why 90, you guys? 90% lose money in crypto, and how to finally become the 10% who profit consistently. Now, I'm having this crypto class. It's going to be in 3 days, 6 hours, and 47 minutes, right? Okay, so yeah, don't say that, Nana. You can definitely win in crypto. You can definitely win in crypto. So, three things I want to acknowledge about these when you guys see large institutions buy Is it better to DCA or buy at major levels? All right, I'll challenge. That's a really good question. Is it better to DCA or buy at major levels? Number one, it depends on your strategy. I really like that question on Trending Trader. One thing you can do is you can DCA at major levels. Because what you're doing is you have two different strategies. Like the DCA strategy works, right? It's very simple, it's very easy. And then buying at major levels, like, makes sense. Like, that's a good strategy. Combine the both. That way, you'll make more money that way, right? Combine both strategies and you'll make more money instead of separating them. That's a good question. I like it. All right. So now, what was the crypto? I don't even forget the last thing we were talking about. So, all right, this is what I was talking about. These large companies buying. You guys, MicroStrategy buying so much Bitcoin, right? Like sometimes when I was new to crypto, yeah, I remember when I was new to crypto, whenever I saw, oh man, this large companies buying, you have to keep in mind, number one, these companies, they're buying for years, right? Like they're buying for a long term, right? If you're somewhere like, oh, I need this money to pay my my mortgage at the end of the month, or pay my rent at the end of the month, or my mortgage is at the beginning of December, whenever, right? You have to keep in mind, when you copy someone's trade, your goals have to align with their goals. So when you see these people buying, right, you have to keep in mind that they're buying for the long term, right? And I think, though, I'm gonna say this right now, and I've said this before, but I just really want everyone to understand is that I truly believe if you want to crush it in crypto, you should at least, like, minimum, right, have two portfolios. Just have two portfolios, you guys, right? Two portfolios. That's how I would do it. If I was brand new and I was starting again, I would have two portfolios, right? Right? Portfolio number one is my retirement portfolio. So we put a R for retirement. Portfolio number two is for now. Make money now and make money to retire, right? What's my retirement portfolio? My retirement portfolio is every time I see the dips, I buy a lot, right? Prices dip, oh, I buy so much. Prices keeps going down, I keep buying a lot. Prices dips, I buy a lot. Prices dips again, I buy a lot. Prices dip again, I buy a lot. This is my long term, that's my retirement portfolio. Why? Because no matter how beautiful you are right now, I see there's a lot of guys, based on your guys' name in the chat, I'm assuming you're a guy, like, and I see your guys' profile picture, right? Trending Trader, Tucker, Henry, Gold Stacker, Cassandra, Mrs., right? Miss Cassandra, I see you. I think my niece is actually named Cassandra, but she spells it with a K. She spells it with a K instead of a C, right? Cassandra, right? We're all going to reach old, wrinkly ages. We won't be as good looking as we are right now, right? We're all going to reach grandma and grandpa age, right? We're all going to reach that point. But the thing is that we want to make sure that we have money for that point. We want to make sure we're good for that point, right? And it's so easy to do this because even if you know absolutely nothing, you guys, but all you do is buy when prices are red or at key levels of reversal, you're gonna have money. Like, you're gonna win. Because look at this. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. This was big. Let me show you guys this. Guys, this is back in 2018, right? This was back in 2018 when crypto ran up like crazy, right? It ran up, like it skyrocketed, right? I remember this was a good year because I remember 2018 was the year, I think that was the year I got married. I think 2018 was when I got married, you guys. Yeah, I got married in 2018. Jeez, time goes by fast. Okay, so check this out. Bitcoin went, right, from being $2,000 all the way up to $20,000, right? Boom, explosion. Everyone that bought, there were people that bought here and then price crashed all the way down. It went even lower. Look, price crashed all the way here. Yo, people were crying, fam. I remember people were crying. It went to $3,000. People were crying. They're like, oh my gosh. $20,000. It went down to $2,000 price range. People were crying. But if you just waited long enough, up and away, Buzz Lightyear taking off, boom, boom, right? Even if you buy here, you're the worst person in the world. I don't know nothing about crypto. I bought at the worst price. You wait long enough, boom, right? Jeez. You just continue to wait long enough and price end up running up. So this is why I say we're all going to reach an old wrinkly age when we're grandma and grandpa. We're sitting on our little rocking chair, right? But we want to make sure when we reach that age, it's like we don't have to worry about our finance, right? You don't have to. And that's what the retirement, that's why I say buy the dips for a long term. Now, for the short term, right? Which I personally recommend as well. But this though, you guys know I always keep it 100 with you guys. This though is going to involve you allocating a little bit of time. Now, you don't have to allocate 5 hours a day. No. You guys know how it is for me. I got the wifey. We go out all the time, lunch date, dinner date. We like to go to resorts, go out with friends, dinner date, blah, blah, blah. You know, like I know how life is, especially if you got kids, you got multiple kids, right? But the thing is though, right? If you just allocate, let me just put in 15 minutes a day towards this whole trading thing. That's it, 15 minutes a day. You want to push it? You can do an hour. You can do 30, 45 minutes, 30 minutes a day. And then within 30 minutes a day, then you go from just making money for your retirement, right? Your retirement portfolio, right? Which is your long-term, to the end portfolio, which stands for now, the make money now portfolio. Why? Because if you look at crypto, right? Prices fluctuate, right, guys? Up, down, up. Like that's what you want. This whole fluctuation is where we make money because we buy the dips and we sell the high. That's my little rant. That's my little rant about that, right? So when you see these large company buy, just know they're buying for the long term, not for the short term. I went from $200 to $20,000. It went from $200 to $20,000. Yeah, it did. And then it went from $20,000 all the way down to $2,000, right? It's crazy. Crazy, Jason. Right? All right. So if you're new to crypto and you got some questions, drop them in the chat, you guys, because there's no reason why we shouldn't all be able to get our crypto wallet big, fat, and juicy. All right. You want to get that crypto wallet big, fat, and juicy. You want to spoil the wifey. You want to spoil the kid. Remember the Proverbs. You guys. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Cheese. That's a bar. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Remember that. Okay, you guys, remember that. All right. I'm just getting started. What should I do? You're just getting started. What should you do? You're just getting started. What should you do? What's your goal in crypto? You're trying to make money in the short term or you're trying to make money in the long term? What's your goal? I've learned how to invest in crypto and who I can trust to invest in Canada. I live in Canada, Miss Goody. Miss Goody. What's your question, Miss Goody? I feel there's a lot of Canadians. Who here lives in Canada? I think there's a lot of Canadians here. I feel like the TikTok algorithm is starting to change. Usually whenever I would go live, it only showed me only people who live in the States. But now it kind of seems like it shows like Canadians and people who live in the US as well. Like it is, Canada, and now it's US, and it's also showing people who live in Canada. I'm in Vancouver. Van City. My sister used to live in Van City. Texas here. Texas! Oh my gosh. Texas, bro. Texas. Yo, you know what? I saw something so wild on the news with Texas. Yeah, I saw a video. Yeah, okay, who said I live in Texas? Who just said that? Trending trader. Okay, trending. Is it true that in Texas it's open carry? Is that true? Like open carry, like that's the law in Texas? I live in Delta. Where's Delta? Yeah, I am. Miss Goody Goody. Is it Texas is open carry? But this is what I saw. Like I saw on the news that this guy walked into some store in Texas and he tried to rob the store, right? And like with at gunpoint, like he pulled out a gun, like try to rob the store. And then the guy ended up getting like, let's just say it didn't work out for him because all the customers had guns. Like he didn't make it out there alive. Like he did not make it out alive. And I'm like, bro, you're in Texas. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, what? Like, what? You're gonna try to go to Texas and try to rob a store? Like, what is that? Like, trying to steal? Like, in Texas? Like, you're crazy, right? Open carry. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, in ATL it's open carry too in Georgia. Where you can't drink coffee and drive. Uh, but yeah, Texas is crazy, man. You guys have like buy this 100-acre land for like $1.50, man. The houses, the prices for your guys' house seems crazy compared to other spots. All right, all right, all right, all right. So, you guys. Back to crypto. So if anyone had any beginner level, like if you guys have any crypto questions that you want, to drop them in the chat, and I got you. Thank you so much, Miss Goody. I appreciate that. I appreciate the shrimp. Is that the shrimp you gave me? I don't even know. The 4 shrimps. Thank you. But yeah, if you guys have any crypto questions, Miss Goody, uh, or anybody else, just let me know. Let me know, and I got you guys, right? So my whole goal is everyone leaves here with more knowledge and information to get the crypto wallet big, fat, and juicy. All right, now the first thing I want to talk about is that Bitcoin has fallen below 94K, and it's the lowest it's been since May. It's the lowest that it's been since May. So there's pros and cons to this, right? The con is it's stinking down and it's down a lot, right? That's the con. Like, oh my God, crypto's down, it's down a lot. But here's the pro to it. Yeah, it's down, but isn't the downtime when you want to accumulate for the long term, right? Like, isn't that when you want to accumulate? My wife loves going shopping, right? She likes going shopping. She goes shopping. She does her thing, right? You guys know how what's it called? Amazon has their little Amazon Prime Day. Well, my wife sometimes she'll wait for that Amazon Prime Day and then she buys a but. First of all, sometimes I'm like, wifey, like you single-handedly keep Amazon like bro, Amazon sends us free gifts for being such a good customer. It's not me. Like I'm like, how much like, here you go for being such a good customer. I was like, my wife keeps Jeff Bezos smiling. But okay, so my whole thing is you want to accumulate more when it's on discount, right? So if you're someone where you want to have profit for the long term, when we see these massive dips, that's when we want to accumulate. Now, if you're doing this for the short term, during these massive downtrend, you want to be more careful to buy. But for long-term investors, you want to buy on these dips, right? I'll say that. Now, for all of our short-term people, I would be hesitant buying now just because I do expect prices to drop a little bit lower before we see a bounce. And you can just do it when you just look at TA right here, right? We know that the next major level of support ideally is within this range, right? Like we can see like this is a major level. Now here, clearly we can see a bounce, right? Here we can clearly see the bounce, but we know that liquidation is just another $1,000 or $2,000 down. Another $1,000 or $2,000 down is where liquidation happens, and that's when we can see a bounce towards the upside. So I just want everyone to know that. It's finger hearts. Yes, man. Goodies. It's the old reggae song. Goodies. The old reggae song. There's a reggae song called Goodies. Really? There's an old reggae song called Goodies Goodies. I didn't even know that. Who's it by? I know the Goodies Goodies by Sierra. I know there's an old reggae song called Goodies Goodies. Oh, is this it? No. I can't even play it because I'm live on YouTube too. Every little thing will be all right. Oh. Oh, of course. That's a classic. I didn't know that was the name of the actual song. Okay, all right. But yeah, so in regards to short term, that's what I wanted to say. Now, I also wanted to talk about Ethereum. So let's just take a quick look at our ETH. Let's take a look at our ETH and how our Ethereum is doing. Ethereum's about to hit 2,900. Right, I posted in the late Discord, my private community. I'm like, you guys, Ethereum is about to go into the 2,900 price range. Like it's about to touch that range. Especially if Bitcoin goes down another $1,000, Ethereum's going to drop within that range. Am I covering the chart? Or do you guys see it? Yeah, you guys do see it. Right, like it's almost there. So with Ethereum, if you look carefully, this is, let me erase this because this is a little bit choppy. Boom. Get rid of that bad boy. Okay, look at this. You guys, the next major level of support for Ethereum, so Ethereum's right here. Right, we all see this area, and Ethereum is fighting for its dear life to stay above here. Like it's fighting for its dear life. Drop, boom, 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 right? Usually what happens after we have a drop like this, prices will consolidate for a while and typically either make a big move towards the upside or it consolidates for a while and then make a move towards the downside, right? That's typically how this plays out. And because it's currently consolidating right now, right? And if prices do drop towards the bottom side, then we could potentially see Ethereum go as low as this range. Potentially as low as this range right here. Potentially see a $2,700 Ethereum, right? Potentially go as low. The next major, because of this is where the price actually held. You guys see this right here? This is where price is held. So if we drop down, this is how low I can potentially see Ethereum go before it has some type of bounce. Now, keep in mind, if it does have an aggressive drop toward this downside, you can buy a little bit right here and then it'll bounce up, because every time we have this drop, we see a bounce toward the upside. Right here, you see prices drop, boom, aggressive drop, bounce back up, right? Aggressive drop, then we see prices bounce back up. So if we see ETH drop down this low, expect some type of little bounce toward the upside. If you're like, oh, well, I want to do a leverage trade, I want to make money as prices ends up going down, then yeah, just be careful. No, do your 1x leverage. Do your 1x leverage, 0.5x leverage. So just be careful, because you're typically, like, you're still learning, right? Right. Arculus. I don't think I'm really familiar with that crypto, Arculus. I don't think I invest in that crypto. I mean, I know I didn't invest in that crypto. Jeez, goodies, bless me. You just bless me. Thank you so much, goodies. I just noticed that. I was looking at the screen, I just noticed. Thank you for all the gifts. Very, very much. Goody said, Miss Goodies by Colin Roaches and Galaxy P. It's a good, naughty, good girl. Okay. Does anyone have any crypto questions? Lewis, thank you for the gift. Lewis W. Jackson, I appreciate that. I just saw you send me some gift. Thank you, you guys. It's a cold wallet. It's a cold. Oh, is it the one that's like that you're talking about? A crypto. What about this wallet? You have it? You want to get it? What do you think Bitcoin is going to bottom wise? The bottom of Bitcoin? I think the bottom of Bitcoin, like this bear market, like say prices keep crashing aggressively. I think the bottom of Bitcoin before like we start seeing prices move back will probably be, well, this is based on, let's say the US doesn't fall under a recession, right? Let's say the US does not fall under a recession. I think the bottom might be around the 70K, 60K price range. That's the lowest I think we could potentially go. And the reason why I say that is the bottom is because we have so much institutions and we have so much governments now in crypto that it would be really hard for them to allow it to go down toward like 20K price range because they'll buy that dip like crazy, right? Because you have to keep in mind, Michael Saylor just bought a bunch of Bitcoin, right? Almost $1 billion. And then you also have to consider his average cost is his average holding cost is 74K, right? His average hold is 74K. So now you have to think, okay, what's the average cost for all of these institutions? What's the average cost for all of these banks? What's the average cost for all these large and small enterprises? Like, what's their average cost? Because at the end of the day, they control the price of these assets. If they want the market to pump, it'll pump. If they want the market to crash, it'll crash. We've seen it happen so much. So once we start seeing prices really drop towards a lot of these institutions that, especially, look, right? Their average cost is 74K, right? If we look at our Bitcoin treasury, where is it? If you look at, where's the treasury? Where's treasury? Bitcoin treasuries. If you look at the treasuries, Strategy owns 60% of all Bitcoin. Like, why would they let it go all the way down to like 40K, 20K? Like, why would they do that? His average cost is 70. His average cost is 70K. Why did they let it go down that far? So it's like you have to think about that, right? So that's why it's like, if you want to time the bottom, I think it's gonna come a little bit, in a way becomes easier, and another way becomes harder, right? Because there's more people involved, but it becomes easier because it won't go down as low, and you're able to see what average price all these public companies are holding, or all these ETFs and all of them. So it becomes easier in that sense. But yeah, so it's like, I just don't think you can lose buying these dips. Yeah, short-term prices can go down, but within the mid to long term, you'll always end up winning, right? Because we have transparency. We can see how much Bitcoin they're holding and what their average cost is, right? We just had this art. Look at this, right? We just had this happen. Where was it? I closed it, right? I think it was BlackRock. They just bought, I don't know, close to $700 million. They just moved it over to a platform. I'm like, 700 million, like that's not a small chunk of change. It's not crazy, but it's a decent amount, right? So it's just something to note. All right, now let's look at Ethereum real quick. Now, I already spoke about ETH, right? How ETH is moving. I expect to move very soon with ETH. If prices move down, if prices move up for Ethereum, it's just going to be hard. The highest I can see Ethereum moving up before it gets rejected is right here. Right here, the $74,000 price range. Sorry, 37,000. ETH can potentially run up to this price, but then I can, like, this is the highest I can see ETH running up right now before, like, boom, hard rejection. This is the highest. So if you bought here, as soon as I start seeing ETH get above the SMA, I would typically look to take some profit, because you can see ever since this initial drop below the SMA, we haven't really, like, right, ever since we crossed this major level, which has been a resistance for ETH, we haven't really done anything special. Like we haven't surpassed it, right? You guys can see here, boom, prices ran up, hit it, prices ran up, prices ran up. Ever since it's gone below here, it struggled. So next time it comes here, it's probably going to struggle again, and price might probably get rejected. So for everyone who wants to make money in their short term with your Ethereum, if you bought this dip, just keep aware when Ethereum runs to that 3,700, look to potentially take some profit. Now let's go look at our Solana. Question, who here is holding Ethereum? I wish BTC hit 40K again. LOL. It won't happen. BTC hit 40K again. BTC actually went lower than that. me. Okay, I like that. I got 1.5 ETH. That's good. ETH and Solana. That's good. That's good. Mika, 1.5 ETH. Jack coin got ETH and Solana. Don't you think it could be manipulated? BlackRock is buying more than $700 million worth of BTC. Yeah, 100%. Prices can be manipulated. You're right. BTC crashing down to 40K. I wish it would 40K again. LOL. BTC drops to 40K. That would be crazy. I don't think it will, but that would be crazy. If it does, that would be really good. That would be really good if it does. Thoughts on JPM based on Alibaba will then use JMPG. What? Thoughts on JP Mortgage on base with... Oh, I spoke about that, Faye. Like, I think base is going to be top 3. Whoa. Late night yesterday, bro. Started watching that one show on Netflix. What's that one show on Netflix? Crazy, called Beast in Me or something? Who knows that show, Beast in Me? Who watched that show on Netflix, you guys? Let me know if you guys watched that show on Netflix, Beast in Me. About like that woman writing the book and like her neighbor is a crazy killer. Crazy show is fire. Wifey and I were watching it yesterday. But okay. I think I saw that article. That was like, I think that was mid last week. I think Base is going to be one of the best tokens once it actually launches. I think it's going to be up there with the Ethereum, and it's going to be up there with the Solanas. I said it, calling it right here, right now. I think Base is going to be one of the best. So that's what I think, right? If you see all these large institutions launching on Base, like why are they launching on Base? Well, think about it. What is Base? Base is by Coinbase. What is Coinbase? The number one crypto exchange in where? In America. JP Mortgage is bit out of Base. All these large institutions, right? Do you not think they low-key want a slice of Coinbase that's a publicly traded company? There's no coin for Base yet, right? No, there's no coin for Base yet, right? Think about it. Like Coinbase is an American-based company. JP Mortgage, all these large money institutions, they're American-based company. Coinbase is a publicly traded company. So do we not think under the table there's a little like, hey, you want to get into crypto? Hey, use my blockchain. Oh, you want some shares under the table? Wink, wink, blink, blink. I got you, brother. Like, I'm just saying, like, this is how business is done, right? Like, that's how it's done, you guys. You think they're not, like, you think any institution is going to launch anything now and they're not going to use Base? Knowing Base is super cheap and it's super fast. And the fact that Solana is not a publicly traded company, but Coinbase is, right? Look how much traction Coinbase has been getting so far. Like, well, how can they not do well? They're going to crush it. Do you think it will affect the Coinbase stock too? Or are they separate entities? I think it will. I think it will if it shows on the Coinbase balance sheet, right? Because they have to release their quarterly earnings. And if the revenue that they make from Base is also reported on Coinbase itself, then 110% is going to affect the stock. Right? Because they're publicly traded, so they can't hide. They have to disclose their finance. So you have to realize that Coinbase is the parent company. Which blockchain is the best? I think Base is going to be the best blockchain. I think it's going to be the best. What do you think of Crow? Trump announced the treasury a couple months ago. I think the Crow is like, yeah, I'm not really. Thank you. You're always insightful. You're welcome, Faye. You're welcome. I appreciate it. I think Crow is like most other exchanges where it did well, but like a lot of exchange-based tokens aren't like, they don't do anything special. They all do this. Like, look at this. This is terrible. These are the charts I hate. I don't like these charts at all. When I see prices spike up really fast, right? I know it's gonna slowly lead down. I don't buy. Like by the time it does this, it just always like this happens. Boom. And then do. Right. So, and it came right back to where it was before. Right. Like it just right back to where it was before. It's not. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on it. Yeah. Do you think Solana is a bad blockchain? Absolutely not. I don't think it. Okay. So we're having two separate conversations because I know what you are asking me, but I feel like what you're asking isn't aligning with what you want, right? So I'll give you an example. Solana, in a way, is a really terrible. Okay, hang on. Before I start saying the negative, I'll say this. I like Solana because it's made me a lot of money. All right. If anyone was in my community, anyone was a good friend of mine back in the days, they know I like Solana because I stinking bought it when it was $4. Right? It went up to $295 this bull run. $295. I bought it when it was $4. I made a lot of money from this crypto. Like enough to buy an investment property, renovate the property, get another property. Like this, like it's made like, so I like Solana because it did very well for my pocket. Now, in regards to blockchain itself, Solana blockchain has a lot. Thank you for all the likes. You guys. I appreciate that, Philip. Appreciate that. If you look at the blockchain itself, Solana has a lot of issues. Number one, it's thinking like the time on the blockchain showed wrong timing. Like a transaction would happen and it would show like it happened at a different time. And it's like, what the heck? Like, how can that happen? On top of that, Solana is super. Good morning, Nathan. Good morning. On top of that, Solana is super centralized. Like super centralized, right? Like you have Bitcoin, most decentralized. And then like second is what? Like Cardano ADA, right? Second most decentralized. Like Solana and Ethereum, they're like all around the opposite end. Right? They're all around the opposite end. But the thing what I love about Solana is a rare breed. Because Solana entered this category of only 4 cryptos are in this category where it ran up to a new all-time high, crashed into the bear market, and then ran back up to a new all-time high. What the heck? It ran back to a new all-time high. It went back higher than it previously did. I was so hyped when it happened because I bought a lot of Solana when it was right here. And then I doubled down and bought an ungodly amount. Like I'm like couldn't sleep. I'm like, oh my gosh, I bought so much. Like, oh my gosh, I hope it works out. It worked out for me. I'm like, geez, my hard work paid off. Right? So that's why it's like I really like it. Because one of the things you realize with Solana is number one, they're always innovating. Bam. They're always innovating, right? And then number two is like they're always trying to find ways to be relevant in the current market. Like this bull market, right back in the days in like 2020 when Sol first came out, right? When for everyone who bought it back then, like we made a killing because Sol was doing so well. It was fast. Solana was super fast. Solana was super cheap. Always gets attention for blockchain, super fast, super cheap. And then Solana also jumped on the whole NFT bandwagon, right? You can get NFTs. Solana had some of the most fire NFT last bull market. So we saw it pump, 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 pump. We all made money, right? And then this bull run, what happened? Meme coins were pumping. Meme coins, meme coin, meme coin. Then Solana came out, will pump, what's it called? Pump fund, right? People were literally building their own meme coins on pump fund, right? Like boom, boom. And then we saw Solana skyrocket. Again, it's fast, it's cheap, and it was able to innovate and still be relevant, right? So Solana is just one of those blockchains where it's proven itself. And now it has an ETF, right? And we saw out of all the ETFs, which one did the best, right? Bitcoin ETF skyrocketed. Second best was Ethereum. And then Solana was the third. Solana ETF did better than the Litecoin ETF. It did better than the H-bar ETF. It did better than like all the other ETFs, right? So Sol is here to stay. Like Sol is part of the big three. Catherine Woods, if you guys know, what's her name? I think it's Catherine Woods. Is it Wood or Woods? I forget her name. This is not her. Is it Wood? Yes, this one. Kathy Wood, right? Kathy Wood, right? She's a G. She's a boss. Like, put some respect to her name. This woman bought Bitcoin when it was like $15, right? Kathy Wood bought Bitcoin when it was $15, bro. $15. Right? Remember this name. Kathy Wood, CEO of ARK Invest. She bought Bitcoin when it was $15, right? Because she couldn't buy it. I think she worked for a company at the time. I don't remember which company it was. It's a super long interview. It's like 2 hours, but I listened to it. And she wanted to buy Bitcoin because she's like, I think this is really valuable. But then she went on, she took her personal income, her personal money, and she went out and she bought it. I think it was at either $15 or $1,500, one of the two. I just remember 1.5. So it's either $15 or $1,500, right? But long story short, she bought it so cheap, right? So she had a good interview with Diary of a CEO, and they were talking about like the future of crypto because that's what she does. Like she's an investor. Right. And then she talked about the cryptos that she is most bullish on that she thinks are going to do well. Now, keep in mind, this woman sleep, eats, breathe crypto. Like that's all she does. Like not crypto investing. And she gave her big three. I know it's crazy. Her big three low-key aligned with my big three. So I felt nice when she mentioned her three. I'm like, those are my big, those are her big three are part of my big three. So she said Bitcoin, she said Ethereum, and then she said Solana. So don't sleep on Sol. Like, do not sleep on Sol at all. At all. Don't sleep on Sol, you guys. And I'll say this: if you want to make money in crypto in the short term, actually, before I say that, who cares about? Does anyone here care about making money in crypto in the short term? Put an S in the chat for short. If you care about making money in crypto in the short term, or if everyone just cares about long term, because I kind of want to gauge the audience, and then I'll speak in regards to what you guys want. Put an S in the chat. Okay, only one person cares about making money in the short term. Everyone else is leaning towards long term then. Okay, so Nathan said both. S, okay. Alchemist said SS. Okay, so there's a few people that make money. Okay, so I'll tell you guys this about making money in the short term. A lot of people, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you so much for the badge. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, you guys. 25% S, 75% long. That's good. Then pack it up. It ain't gonna happen. What? Pack it up. It ain't gonna happen. What are you talking about? All right. So 20. Okay. All right. So we'll talk about this. So I'll tell you guys this. So when people talk in crypto, they're always like, okay, this is how I think is the best way to become good at making money in crypto, right? So when I talk about making money in the short term, I want to be really clear by what I mean by that. Let's give definitions. Is I'm not talking about making money within 1 hour, making 2 hours, right? I think that's stupid because it will take you so long to be consistently profitable doing scalping and things like that. When I say making money in the short term, I'm talking about swing trading, meaning you can buy this week, right? And then sell it 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, right? It's called swing trading, right? We all know the difference between swing trading and day trading, right? Does everyone know the difference? If you guys don't know, let me know and I'll kind of explain it. Put explain in the chat if you want me to explain the difference. If you do, yeah, put explain and I'll explain it. If you already know the difference between swing trading, day trading, investing, then ignore it. All right. So okay. All right. Okay. So some people don't know. Okay. So investing is you buy the crypto and you just wait, right? You'll wait a really long time, like an extended period of time. Like I'll wait today and I'll sell it like 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, right? Like years, right? Investing, long time. Day trading is when you buy today and you sell today, right? So right now where I live, it is Monday and it is 12:55. So I'll buy today and I will sell before Tuesday comes along. So before tomorrow, I'll buy today, maybe sell at dinner time or something, whatever. That's day trading. Swing trading is if day trading and swing trading. Sorry, that's day trading. I just explained what day trading is. You buy today and you sell today. Investing, you buy today and you sell it in a really long time from now. So 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Swing trading is when day trading and investing come together in order to make a baby. That baby will be called swing trading. With swing trading, I can buy today, which is Monday, and I can sell it next week on a Monday. Or I buy it today on a Monday and I decide to sell it on a Friday. Or I buy it today, let's say today is January 1st, and I'll sell it like 1 month from now, or 2 months from now, or 3 months from now, right? Or 4 months from now. That's swing trading, right? And the reason why I say, if you want to make money in the short term, don't focus on day trading, which I think is absolutely ridiculous if you're new because it's very challenging. And then on top of that, you end up making more money with swing trading. And on top of that, swing trading is easier than day trading. So you make more money, it's easier, it requires less work, and it's less time being glued to the computer. It's a win-win-win-win-win, right? All four win-win, right? And the reason why, because you can see the crypto, right? Right? And you can see crypto runs up, then it comes down, then it runs up, then it comes down. It runs up, then it comes down. It runs up, it comes down, then it runs up. Like this is swing trading. At multiple times, we want to buy these lows. Multiple times, we want to buy these lows. And then at multiple times, we want to sell these highs. You want to sell these highs, which allows you to make money within a short period of time, right? You're the first person I've seen speaking on this. It's very true. Thank you. My goal coming online is to share information that allows people to get their crypto wallet big, fat, and juicy. Like that's it, bro. Like get your crypto wallet big, fat, and juicy, because I know how it is when you really want to invest and you really want to trade and you know you can do it, but you have no one to really guide you and show you. And I remember that being me. And like I would see these random people online and the advice that they gave didn't really help me level up. I remember I would see people who had like a lot of followers. I'm like, man, this guy has millions of followers. And I would take their advice. They'd be like, hey, buy this crypto. And I'm like, man, this crypto is so cheap. It's less than $1. Like, let me buy. Like, oh man, like I'll make so much money. Like, let me buy this crypto. And then I'll buy the crypto and I'll be like hyped because like I bought it and like 1 or 2 hours later, it starts going up. I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna make that money. Then I go to bed. I wake up the next day and like prices have crashed. I'm like, what the heck happened? And I'm holding it and like it just gets lower. Price goes lower. Price goes lower. I'm like, what? I'm like, what's going on? So then I stopped listening to that guy. I'm like, all right, let me find someone else. And I find another guy. I'm like, oh, this guy has even more followers. Like, all right, he knows what he's talking about. Look how much followers he has. If he has that much followers, it means he knows what he's talking about because people are listening to him. And then that guy would say, hey, buy this crypto. And then I bought the crypto and price went up for maybe 1 day, 2 days. Then it crashed. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I just bought it. I'm like, why is it going down? And then it goes down, it goes down again. And I end up selling. I'm like, oh, I'm like, this sucks. I'm like, how come no one gives like real advice, like real genuine stuff that can actually help me win? Like, I just want to make some stinking money. Like, I see other people winning. Like, I see these kids driving stinking Bugattis and Lambos and traveling private jets. I'm like, why can't I do it? Right. So I ended up finding a guy from my church who was a full-time trader. He like what I would make at my corporate job, he would make it in like one day. Like my yearly salary, he literally made it in like one day in 1 week. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, yo, you have to teach me. I ended up paying him so much money to teach me. Like I paid him a lot of money to teach me. He finally taught me, he mentored me, he taught me, and I was able to understand it. I was able to get it, I was able to win. And I did it, made enough money to pay off all my student loans, made enough money to pay out all my credit card. I was able to buy my first investment property, then my second property, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, kept going down. I was able to invest in my first business and second and third, and I just kept going. So that's why I'm just a huge advocate of going here and actually sharing things that people can walk away with that will help them make more money in crypto, right? Like that's why I don't just say, hey, buy this crypto. I want you to understand why I'm buying at this price so that you guys can win and succeed too. So I was able to do it, man. I'm just a regular kid born in Africa, man. Came to this country and I was able to achieve my goals so you guys can. And I came young too. I came here when I was like 4 or 5 years old. So university here, everything here, high school here. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. Yeah, so like I said, I think, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. How many properties do you have? I got a few. Got a few properties. I'm not complaining. um, Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate it. You plan on buying any more? Do I plan on buying any more crypto? Yeah, of course. You gotta buy crypto, bro. You gotta buy crypto. Thank you. Very inspiring. I appreciate it. Yeah. So if you guys want to learn from me, the free crypto class, the link is in the bio. The link is in the bio right here. You'll see your chocolate brother right there. You click right there. This weird pop-up shows up. I don't know why it does that. And then, yeah, I'm having a why 90% losing crypto and how to finally become the 10%. 10% who profit consistently. Oh, am I planning on buying more properties? Not in Canada. Not in not in Canada. Because I live in Canada. I don't want to buy any more properties in Canada. Because it just works. So I had this point with my properties where it was so annoying. I had 4 properties, right? Well, I had more than 4, but sorry, I had 4 properties where the renters weren't paying rent. And I'm like, oh my gosh, right? Lucky for me, I reached a financial level where I was able to pay for all 4 of those mortgages, right? Like no problem. But they didn't pay rent for like 4 months, one 5 months, one 6 months. It was so crazy, bro. Like I literally got there, like the guy, like I don't have money. Like this family from Europe, they're like, I don't have money. Da da da. I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and like I get there, and like the cops are at the house. I'm like, what the heck's going on? It's like middle of the night. Like I see the man, he's in like handcuffs. Like the cops are walking him to the car. I'm like, what the heck's going on? Like, and like they're taking everything, and this guy was a criminal. The guy had like shoe boxes of all this cash in shoe boxes. I'm like, that's my rent money. I think the officers were like, here you go, here's all the rent money he didn't give you for the past 5 months. But like, just the laws in Canada aren't structured for people. Like it's just really different, the laws here in Canada. I don't know where you live, but if I am like, I just have no more desire to accumulate more properties in Canada. So Sophia said I'm losing hope. Don't lose hope, Sophia. Do not lose hope. Don't say that, girl. You can still win, right? You can still win. Don't lose hope. Lower the PC screen. Lower the screen? Oh, geez. What just happened? When did that happen? Thank you so much, Nate. Bro, how come none of you guys told me? Nate's the first one to tell me. Nate, fam, you're a real one, bro. You guys don't even tell me the screen is looking crazy. Screen be looking. All right, let me check something real quick. You gotta check something. Give me 1 second, you guys. Oh, that's crazy for real. Okay. All right. My rent money. My rent money. Oh. Yeah. So it was so crazy. I'm like, what? It's so like the laws in Canada are just so weird. So it's crazy because think about it, like let's say you have one mortgage, right? Let's say you pay like $3,000, right? So take 3,000, multiply that by 4, like that's 12K. I had to pay every single month. Bam, 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 bam. Right? Like I'm like, what the heck? And there's nothing I could really do, right? And that's why I'm like, yo, and think about it, like that was just like the average person I know would have been like, what the heck? How can I do this? But that's just the laws in Canada. So after having that experience, I'm like, I don't really want to keep buying houses, properties here. I think it's better. And then I started looking at the states and I found out the states are really different. Like people can't really abuse you like that. Like someone can't just move in your house, pay the first and the last, and then go like 4, 5 months, 6 months without paying. So then I'm like, okay, that's way better. But then the challenge comes, you have to put down way more. How low do you think BTC can go? I think BTC, like the lowest I think it can go. Like, are you talking about recently? You're talking about like the bear market? Recap your money by legal means. It's so challenging, nature. Like, it's so challenging. It's not easy. Like, it is not easy. And you have to also realize the law really favors, like, in Canada, they don't really favor the entrepreneur. Like, the way the law is, like, yes, I might have, like, I put 6 figures down to get the house and I renovated the house to make it amazing. But it's like, and just to get them in court takes forever. And yeah, they don't favor. It's really different. It's really different. The craziest story was the one that I heard was a guy got his house, right? And then, so this guy sold his house, right? And then someone else bought it, right? But because there were renters in the house, the new homeowner had to sleep in their car because the renters didn't want to leave the house. I'm like, that's crazy. Like I heard that, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. The renters didn't want to leave, so they stayed. And then the homeowner slept outside. I'm like, yo, they slept in their car. I'm like, that's crazy. But yeah. So Canada, it definitely has its pros as a country. It definitely has its cons, but I think as an entrepreneur, it's especially if you're an entrepreneur doing real estate, it's not the best. It's not ideal. I think America's way more ideal. That's just my perspective. Based on my experience, that's what I think. If you really want to crush in real estate, you should do more deals in the States and Canada. Oh yeah, 100%. The laws are the laws favor tenant more than homeowners. But all right, you guys, did I answer everyone's crypto questions? You guys snapped with me this morning. You guys came in and you guys shared you guys gave a lot of love. I really appreciate that. I noticed that, like, when I see everything you guys, like, geez, you guys gave me 52 diamonds. That's crazy right now. You guys gave me 52 diamonds. You guys gave me all these gifts. Jeez, you guys gave me 6,400 likes. That's crazy. You guys have any other crypto questions? Like, let me know if you guys have questions. I'm here to help you guys out, right? If you guys have crypto questions, drop them in the chat right now. If you guys want to attend my free crypto class, I have a free crypto class I'm having. The link is in the bio. So, Sol just hit 131. You see, bro, Nathan, this is why... Nate, this is why in the Discord I never said buy the dip, right? This is why I didn't say buy the dip. Right? This is why. This entire weekend. You see, trading views are a little slow right now. Maybe because I'm using a VPN. How is ICP? ICP is hurting. ICP is hurting right now, man. Meskai. ICP is hurting right now. Let's do Sol first. Let's finish off with Sol, actually, because we did Bitcoin, Ethereum. We didn't do Sol. Yeah, Sol is... Yeah, like if you look at Sol, check this out, you guys. If you look at Sol, let's erase this. Sol price is looking appealing. I know it is. It's look, you're like, oh dang, it's all the way down this low. This like she's looking good right now. Like, dang, she looks good, girl. What's your name? She'd be like, my name's Solana. Solana's a nice name too. Like when I think about that name, like imagine you meet a girl and she's like, hey, my name is Solana. It's like, yo, that's a nice name for a girl. Like it sounds sweet, doesn't it? Like be honest, if you met a girl, she's like, my name's Solana. It's like, okay, like Solana, okay, it's a sweet name right there. A sweet name. Okay. Look at Sol. Here's the thing with Sol, you guys. Baby Sol. Baby Sol. Oh, hell yeah. Casey said, oh, hell yeah. Baby Sol. Baby Sol. Baby Sol. Baby Solana. Jeez. All right. So you guys, Sol, this level right here, Sol, the 123K to where Sol is right now, pretty much 130K, right, is make an agent rapper? What? I don't get it. I don't really get that, Faye. What do you mean? But okay, so this is what I was talking about Sol, you guys. If you look at Sol, right, this level has been so important for Sol because every time Sol hit this level, like this is a major level for Sol. Like this is, oh, AI agent. Oh, Never thought of that. Never thought of that. So, all right, you guys, so check this out for Sol. This level is a major area for Sol because of look how many times Sol hit this range, right? Like we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times it hit this range, and when it hit this range, boom, we saw prices run, right? Hit, bounce, 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 right? Even down here, we hit below it, boom, then we bounce, hit, bounce, and now we're finally coming back to hit this level that we haven't hit since June. Right, since June. The first time we hit this range level of significance was back in 2024, right, where this was first established. And now we're getting back toward this range. So is there a chance Sol can hit this area and just keep dropping down? There's a chance, but it's very slim. What I expect most likely to happen with Sol is Sol's going to hit this range, right? And we're going to see prices bounce toward the upside. Naicke, what makes you think price is going to bounce toward the upside? Well, 2 main reasons, right? Number 1, when prices run back down here, all the longs are going to get liquidated, right? Oh, geez. Let me move the chart down a little bit so you guys can see. Or should I move myself? Let me move the chart. Should I? How come it's not? Hang on. How can I? Here. There we go. You guys can see it better. Okay, now look. So when prices do hit down here, like within the zone, I expect some, even if it goes slightly below it, I expect some type of bounce towards the upside because of two main reasons. Number one, there's a lot of leverage on Bitcoin at 91K, 92K, right? You see right now, oh, we're hitting 92K. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. So we're going to hit this 92K. Oh, we talked about this. It's happening. Dun, dun, dun. It's happening live, right? It's liquidating everyone. It's liquidating all these people, right? Because all these people took massive 100x leverage, 50x leverage, right? Saying prices were going to go up, right? This is around $60 million of liquidation. And remember what I said, Binance and all these large exchanges, right? They don't want to pay out $60 million. So they're going to push the prices a little bit lower. So all of these people who are taking leverage position, expecting prices to go up, they're going to lose their money. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, right? Hence why, thank you so much for the gifts, Grand. Thank you so much for all the likes, you guys. I appreciate it. That's why we're expecting prices to go down. And then after it goes down, what happens is what these guys are going to have to do is they're going to have to buy back their position, right? They're going to have to buy back their position, right? And then it causes a short squeeze. Short squeeze. Prices squeeze back up. They spike right back towards the upside, right? And when that happens, right, we're going to see a move to the upside. Now, the good thing with Solana is it also aligns with Solana's major level of support, right? Remember I said BTC towards that like 92K, 90K price range, right? It drops a little bit. It lines up with the major level of support where we've seen prices every time it hit this range, it typically ran towards the upside, right? So that's why I'm like, oh, I can see Sol dropping down here and then boop, having that quick little bounce back towards the upside. No, I'm not. I'm not shorting BTC. I'm not in a short trade. So I think you guys, I know right now when you look at the market, you're like, oh, I wish I was in a short position. It looks so juicy to be in a short position. You guys, I'm going to say this again. Like, you guys can take it with a grain of salt, right? I highly, highly, highly think if you do want to short. Okay, number one, I'll tell you this. Number one, you shouldn't be shorting right now. If you want to short right now, wrong decision, terrible thing to do. Don't short right now. You don't want to short when prices are already going down. Shorting when prices are already down here is like seeing crypto reach all-time high and be like, oh, I want to buy now that it's at an all-time high. Like, don't do that. Like, you don't want to short when it reaches all, like, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. Because with shorting, you make money as it goes down, and prices have already gone down, right? Prices have gone down significantly. So you don't want to short there, right? You typically want to short when you're seeing, hey, we're in a clear downtrend and we're having prices run back towards the upside, and it's most likely going to get rejected, right? It drops down. Oh, it's running up. Oh, wow. It might get rejected here. Why do you think it's going to get rejected here? Well, because look, we had this level of support. Every time prices hit here, it ran up. It hit here, it ran up. It hit here, it ran up. And now prices drop down and it's moving back towards this level. So this level is probably going to reject it. Okay, so it makes sense to take a short on this price. And if it goes a little bit higher than the range I want, then I just exit my short. Right? Then it makes sense. And then you ride all the way down instead of trying to enter when it's already down, where now you're chasing crumbs. You missed the buffet and now you're chasing crumbs. It makes no sense because then you're setting yourself up to lose, right? right? Don't chase crumbs, chase the buffet, right? So I hope that makes sense, right? Does that make sense? You guys like does that make sense? Hit the like button if this makes sense. 'Cause I know some of you guys are at work right now. You guys are like, dang, I can't even grab my phone and write. Just tap the screen. Let me just see the like. You're like, you're like, oh, that makes sense. Like, it makes sense to take a show right there. Okay, perfect. I see the likes coming in. I see the likes. I see the likes. Faye liked it. Call Me liked it. Mark liked it. Okay. What do you think about XRP? Itachi, what's up? What's up, Itachi? Um, I scooped some crumbs. Nathan said, I scooped up some crumbs. You guys are so funny. That's hilarious. Uh, so what is the next support IVI if SOL goes lower than 130? So the way you should view support, don't view it as like one price. View it as like a range. View it as like a range, right? Like it's a range. So support isn't really one price. It should be seen as a range. So it's not like, oh, $130 is support. It should be like, oh, support's between 130 to like 125, right? So it's like that range of support. And you can see it right here. This is important. So I'll share it to everyone so everyone learns this lesson, right? So when you look at crypto, you can see right here. Okay. Here's a really clear example. Here's Solana, right? This is the Solana chart. We can all see this, right? Prices hit here, right? Boom. But then it hit here. But then this one came here. Then this one came down here. This one came up down here. This one came down here. This one came down here. This one even came below. And then this one came down here. So overall, like these prices are slightly different, but overall they're within the same range. So when you look to buy a crypto, some people, they miss out on so much money because they're just waiting for like this one specific price. Oh, I gotta wait till it's this one price. And it's like you miss out on so much money because of that. Because you have to think like, what's the price difference between this price, $128 to this one? $128 and this is $122. Like what? There's $6 difference. It doesn't be the difference between you being a millionaire and then you being dead broke. If it's not, then just buy. Just buy, because then you miss out, right? Some people be like, no, I'm not gonna hit till it gets a hundred and this specific price. It's $1 away from that price, and then you miss out on it, and then price end up running back. You're like, oh dang, I should have bought. Oh man, I should have bought. Right? If it's like a $5, like such little increments, it depends on what crypto you're looking at, right? Like if your crypto is like 0.000, like it's super cheap, yes, every little movement matters a lot. But if it's a crypto like Solana, crypto like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, like BNB, like one or two $10 price difference, like it's not like not the hugest, it's not the biggest deal. Oh, I bought at 130. Oh, I bought at 120. Like that $10 difference, like it's, what is that? $100 difference, $200 difference for most people. All right, give me a second, you guys. Give me a second. Give me 1 second, you guys. Give me 1 second. Be right back. Wifey's at the door. Okay, that was hilarious. Oh man. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened? Whoa. Uh, hang on, hang on. Wait, what happened? Wait, that's crazy. You lost all your. Whoa, whoa. Okay, I swear I left for like 2 seconds and the chat just went crazy. What's going on? What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What did I miss? I'm paying 5 grand to the first 5 people inbox me. All right, ignore that person who said that. Scammer. Uh, the last level to support below around $90. I don't know what you're speaking about, Alchemist. You have to clarify. $100 is strong support for soul. Is $100 strong support for soul? Yeah, they can definitely be a bounce at $100. You're 100%. Yeah, Itachi. I did some. I did something Binance. I didn't know what I did, but in my spot wallet user, I clicked sell accident, and all my sets are gone. $178 worth. All my sets are gone. All my USD is gone. So you sold. You took profit. So you're probably down on your position and you sold into one asset. I missed it. What's going on with Solana? It's going down. Sol is dropping. Sol is dropping. Well, we know the market is gonna crash. You guys, you have to keep in mind. Do not expect November to be an amazing month for crypto, right? Like, remember we talked about this, right? Don't expect October, November to be a good month for crypto. December, we can see a bounce. Right? But don't think, this bounce is going to take us to a new all-time high. It's going to skyrocket. Bitcoin's going to go 200K. No. Don't think that. December, we can see a bounce. And the only reason why I think December we could potentially see a bounce is because in December is when the Federal Reserve implements. It's when the Federal Reserve implements ends quantitative tightening. So we have repo, and then after repo, then we have QT, right? Then we have QE, right? And then that's when I expect to see prices of crypto pump right now. Here's the thing, right? Because, bro, V, whoever said that comment, right? V, right? Who said, see you next cycle. I kind of get what you're saying, like, okay. But at the same time, everyone who has that mindset where like, the bull market's over, I'm gonna step away from crypto. Those are the people that never, ever win significantly. And when I say win significantly, I'm talking about like you make enough money where you look at it and it puts a big smile on your face. You make enough money where you call your wifey over and you're like, yo, look at this. And she goes like, and then she just jumps on you. You know those ones, bro? When you saw her and she just, and she just jumps like, baby, daddy, right? You know those crazy ones, bro? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you're not gonna make those type of profits if every single time you see the market go down, you're like, I'm out, right? Because it's those people who are able to be like, dang, prices are going down. Yeah, I know prices are going down, but you know what? I'm gonna create a strategy, right? I'm going to create a buying strategy so that when prices start going up, I'll win. Because prices will always go up, come down, 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 always go up, come down. And the people that make some amount of money are the people that buy during these insane dips. So then when it skyrockets, they're the ones who are laughing afterwards. Right? So when everyone is like, it's done, it's over. It's the game. It's the game. Everyone who bought XRP during the whole lawsuit, they won. Like they won. They bought XRP when it was stinking 15 cents. When it was 20 cents, XRP went above $3. They won. People made 50K, 100K, 150K, 200K, 300K. Like what? They won. So every time you see these negative comments, oh, it's over. See you guys next bull run. It's like, no, it's not over. Well, all right, you can go on timeout if you want. You go on the bench. Like, I'm going to stay in the court. I'm going to stay in the gym and keep on working out. Like, you're done. I'm not, right? We accumulate the dips. That's where the money's made. The money isn't made up here. No. The money's made buying these lows, buying all these lows. And then when it comes here, then that's when you just laugh and you chill. And everyone else would be like, oh, should I buy now? Should I buy now? When it's at all-time high, you start seeing, should I buy now? Should I buy now? It's like, yo, bro, like, we buy the dips. I just bought Sol. That's a good price. What price you get Sol at? 130, 131, 130, 131. You got at 131 maybe. Before I knew my USD, I'm not sure what you did. Call me. I'm not sure what you did, man. I'm not sure what you did. I don't think you're in my private community, because if you did, you would have asked me about that. I would have been able to help you. 131. Yep. I just bought Sol Junior. You bought Sol Junior? What is Sol Junior? I've never heard of that crypto. Is it good to buy BTC right now? It's at support. You can do whatever you want. If you're buying for the long term, then yeah. If you're buying for the long term, yeah. So yeah, Sol's definitely at support, right? I think we spoke a little bit about Sol. Did I just delete all my Sol TA? Huh. All right, you guys. What did we do? We did BTC, we did Ethereum, we did Sol. We spoke a little about the crypto news. Okay, I want to wrap it up with kind of talking a little bit about this, right? I want to wrap it out with talking about this. That's how do you buy BTC and still keep some for the long term? How do you take profit and then rebuy? What do you have you ever invested in crypto before? Nicola, have you ever invested in crypto before? Yeah, there is short term and long term. Have you ever bought in crypto before? Because your question makes me think like you've never bought in crypto before. If you haven't, that's fine. I'll explain it. But want to know if that's your situation. If you've never bought in it before. Oh, hang on, you guys. Let me. Geez, how do I? Pause that bad boy for a second. Yeah, there is a way. There's definitely a way to do all of that. Right. So it's just like it's this simple. Let's say you buy $1,000 worth, right? I buy $1,000 and then prices ends up going up. Then I sell $1,000 worth. Right? Like it's that simple. You buy $1,000, prices run up, and then you sell $1,000. Now, let's say you want to keep some for the long term. Then you can buy $1,000. So if you want to keep some from the long term, this is how I think about it. So it's kind of like this. You have multiple banks account, right? You have multiple bank accounts. This bank account is, let's say this is your debit, right? This is your debit. And then this one would be like your savings. Sorry, not debit. This is your checking account, right? And then this is your savings account, right? You can buy crypto, right? And sometimes you can buy crypto, put in your checking. So this one means you're going to buy it and you're going to sell it right away because it's your checking account. And then you have some that's for your savings account. So you just buy a little bit and you just keep buying and then you keep buying. But your checking account, you buy and then you sell, right? You buy and then you sell. This is sell, right? So every time you buy, you sell, you buy, you sell. And then this one is just your little savings account where you buy for a long time. So you can do that. So that's pretty much how you do it. You can buy some for the long term, you can buy some for the short term. What's another way of doing it? Easiest way, you can literally you can use one platform or you can use two different platforms, right? So one way is, what country do you live in? And I can direct you better, right? Are you in the States? Are you in Canada? Are you in Europe? Are you? And then I'll kind of show you the way. Still don't know how to buy and sell and make profit. Okay, so yeah, you got to learn Ontario, Canada. Okay, I live in Ontario, Canada too. So if you live in Ontario, Canada, just do this. Actually, don't do new and do NDAX. You're completely new. Here, go and use this platform. It's called NDAX. Right here, NDAX, right? And then you can just, NDAX is where you can buy and sell, trade crypto. Right here. And then just watch some YouTube videos like how to buy crypto on NDAX, how to sell crypto on NDAX. And that'll help you, right? NDAX, how to go to YouTube and type in how to buy crypto on NDAX and how to sell crypto on NDAX. Because you got to start somewhere. Just go to YouTube and type that in. And then on YouTube, and then when you do put money in, literally just put in like $5. Like don't put in a lot, like just put in like $5, $10. Put in money like you don't care about. If you want to learn from me, you can check the link in the bio. I'm having a crypto class. So right here, check the link in the bio. And then I just share some basic stuff. I'm having a free crypto class in 3 days. You can check that out. But yeah, I would go to YouTube. I would type in NDAX and how to buy and sell crypto. And just look at that. Like that'll just show you, because your first question was, how do I buy and how do I sell? And it'll show you how to open up an exchange and how to buy and how to sell. And because you're just putting in $5, $10, it doesn't matter. That way you just start learning how it works. Do you need a SIN number for NDAX? Yeah, because some of them, okay, if you want a crypto exchange that won't ask you for any ID, you can use Blowfin. Blowfin won't ask you for any ID. You guys can use Blowfin. And then if you want another one, it won't ask you for any ID. BitUnix also. So those two I just showed you, they won't ask you for any ID. You can just sign up and use those ones. Right? I don't have time when you have class working. It's on Thursday, 7 p.m. Does the government track your Blowfin account? No, they don't. That's what I just said. If you don't want a platform where the government doesn't track you, so in other words, you are not obligated to show your ID. You don't have to show your driver's license. You don't have to show your passport. You don't have to show any government issued ID. Blowfin and BitUnix are two you can use. That's for you, man. That's for you, Itachi. That's for you to handle. I'm not a tax expert. I'm not a tax expert. I'm going to let you guys figure that out. I'm not an accountant. So this is why I was wanting to say that. So, yo, everyone that knows started laughing. Everyone that knows about the taxes started laughing. They're like, with the LOL gave the laugh. Everyone that knows about the tax situation, they're like, bro, you're asking the wrong questions right now, brother. You're asking the wrong question. But that's all I'm gonna say. Blowfin and BitUnix does not track who you are. They do not ask for any government ID. So I'm not a tax expert. Do as you please. That's all I can say. So Reddy's like, I like this guy. Type in the like button. Thank you for the gift. Any updates on follow digital residency? Was it helpful or was it a waste? Yeah, so the platforms that I wanted to use them on, they didn't allow it. They didn't allow it. Here's the thing with crypto is like when you have a little bit of money, you can pretty much use any platform. Right? Like you can get a VPN and use any platform pretty much when you have a little bit of money. Once you start having more money, even with a VPN, they'll want you to verify yourself. Like they'll want you to verify yourself. Like I'll give you an example. Like even me, like I used to, like when I use these platforms, and you're moving like just $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, like they don't care. Like they don't care you live in Canada and you're using their platform and you're restricted. Like they don't see you. Like you're you're a small fish. But once they see you start moving like 50K, 60K, 80K, 90K, 100K, 200K, there's just not a lot of people that have that type of money, right? And then they look at you. So that's what ended up happening with me. Every time I use these small platforms, I put over a little bit of money and I'm able to buy and sell no problem. And then once you're ready, you start doing heavy accumulation. What happens is now you start moving over like 50K, 60K, 80K, 90K, 6 figures. They now ask you for your ID. And it's happened to me all the time. Where they be like, hey, show your ID. I was like, damn. And I show my ID. They're like, hey, we're giving you 7 days or whatever. You have to take all your money off. You're in a restricted area. Like we can't service you. And it's like, oh, dang. So VPN works if you have a little bit of money, right? You can get away. But once you start getting into like those a little bit more money, then what I found is a lot of like typically like under 20K, you're good. But once you get to like 30 and above, then they start asking for ID. Yeah. Yeah, you can use those platforms. But the thing is like, Faye, you and I live in the same country, right? And it's like, it's really hard because you still have to get the money back, especially if you're going to use it. So take out 5K at a time. I'm not a tax expert. I cannot speak on that. So you just have to, you know what? I'm going to stop talking about this. I will just say this to end it off. Speak with a CPA. That's all I can say. Speak with a CPA and let them know. Be like, hey, I invested in this asset. I made this much money. I don't want to pay Canadian taxes. What is your recommendation? Right? Or even better, if you're someone where you are sitting on a certain amount of money, like you're sitting on like what you consider a large amount of money, speak with a CPA before you put money in. And just be like, hey, and they'll be like, hey, just open up a stinking business. You can open up a corporation and just use this corporation for all your trading. That way you still get way more tax benefits than if you were to trade under your own name. And then if you have a corporation, then that gives you a lot more benefits. To now open up corporate. Yeah, not going to say much, but not an accountant, not a financial advisor, just a random black guy on social media talking about his experience and sharing his personal opinion. All right. All right. I had to verify my Blowfin account. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Jeez. Had to verify that bad boy. Had to verify. As soon as I see that, they're like, if you want to verify to get more VIP, I'm like, no, thank you. It's all right. It's all right. I don't need to be VIP. I'm good. Like, well, you get an extra 2% when you stake your under VIP. If you verify, upload an ID. I'm like, no, thank you. Yeah. So, all right. You guys, did I miss any? Okay, this is what I was going to talk about. Okay, I want to talk a little about this, and this is why I wanted to say that you guys, we're gonna win regardless of what happens in crypto. We're gonna win regardless of what happens because of this, you guys. America dollar has fallen 97% in value since 1913. That's crazy. Fallen 97% since 1913. That's crazy, you guys, right? So even I know right now when you look at the price of crypto, like, oh my gosh, prices are going down. It looks so scary. I know it looks scary, you guys. I'm in this with you. I'm live streaming, right? I'm not an AI. I'm a real person, right? I'm in this with you guys, right? I know how it feels when you work so hard and you grind it and you put in your like and you put in your that like $3,000 that you had. You're like, man, I'm gonna put in this 3K. Hopefully something good happens. And then you see prices drop. Like, I know how that's like. It's scary. But just know, with the way our financial system is structured, right, the fiat will always lose value because of inflation. It will always lose value of inflation. And that's why crypto is going to win, because it was created to fight this, right? Yes, prices of crypto does go down. But if you take a step back, because sometimes we're so focused on this, right? We're so focused on this. Geez, why is there so many drawings? Hang on, give me a second. We see prices going down so much that we get scared. We're so focused on this that we get worried. But if you decide to take some time and just take a step back, you'll be like, dang, bro, we've gone up a lot. And we haven't even hit 200K yet. So it won't ever stop falling. It will stop falling, man. That's what people thought when Bitcoin went to $20,000. They're like, oh my gosh. I mean, 2,000. They're like, Bitcoin went from $20,000 to 2,000. It's over. It's not over. It is not over. All right, you guys, I'm giving everyone 10 seconds right now. Drop your crypto questions in the chat. That's super urgent. If you have a super urgent question, drop it in the chat. If not, I'm going to call it a day. If you're like, Naicke, help me, Learn. Drop your question right now. If you have a personal question, because I know some of you guys ask personal questions in the DMs, right? Personal questions, DMs. Then just check out the link in the bio for the crypto class. Okay, I'll do TA on that just for you. I'll do TA on TOE just for you. Just for you, Mr. Jit. All right, so let's do TOE real quick. Let's do this real quick. Okay, so right now, one thing we have to realize that the market is moving the massive downtrend, right? So because the market is moving the massive downtrend, it means whatever crypto project you're invested in is going to get hurt, right? It's going to lose value. Prices are going to move down. But just be aware that prices moving down is very normal because everything else is moving down. Now, when it moves down, prices will not move down straight up like this. So I want to give an important lesson. When prices are moving down very aggressively, just know it's typically going to lead to some bounce towards the upside, right? Here you can see a very aggressive down. There's a manipulation. We know that, right? It has some bounce. So when you see prices drop down, right? Don't be very slow to sell when prices drop down. It's better to just wait and be patient because it's typically going to go like this and then it's going to bounce up like this, right? Now, it doesn't mean it's going to go like this and then bounce all the way up and hit new all-time high. But it can go like this, and instead of selling it down here, it bounces up, you sell here, and then it continues to go down, right? It'll do like this. So you want to sell up here. If you're like, man, I'm worried I'm losing money, you want to sell during these little run-ups because that's what typically will happen, right? So I just want to address that. Okay, now that that's out of the way, looking at this crypto specifically, looking at TOE specifically, TOE's, for everyone who doesn't know, it's in the AI space. One of the best performing AI crypto project is Bull Run. It did extremely well. Is we have to realize that it's at a major level of support like every other crypto project, right? Right. So typically, last time we've seen it hit this range, a lot of times prices have gone well in the sense where it hit this range and then we see a run toward the upside. It hit this range, we see a run, hit it again, and then we see a major run toward the upside. But now we're seeing it drop once again towards this range. So it puts us two things can happen. Situation number one, we see some type of run towards the upside. But here's the challenge, and I don't want people to get fooled. The run towards the upside may not be as big as this one or as big as this one, right? And the reason why it may not be that big is because Bitcoin is moving downwards. And because Bitcoin is moving downwards, right, it may do a little bounce and then break down. So if it breaks down, what's the lowest it can go? Well, this is the next major level of support, all the way towards the $16, $15 price range. That's the next major level of support right here, right? Now, if you look at a lot of our key indicators that I was looking at, like one thing I noticed with some of these crypto projects was, if you look here, no, it doesn't apply for this one. No, this one isn't. This one's perfectly fine. Okay, this one's not doing it. So you're good. So if you do want to buy one of these key crypto projects, one thing I would look for, right, is I would look for congruency, meaning I want to see multiple things telling me there's a good level to buy. So here I would buy a little bit, but here I would buy a little bit more. Because here would give me that confirmation where it's dipped so low that it's significantly oversold and it's probably going to have a bounce towards the upside. What the heck just happened? I just switched. Right? So just keep in mind, the main levels to watch for is this level and then this level. I hope that helps a little bit. Last question, can you check Zcash? Zcash is doing really good and then had a big drop. It's funny the government wants you in crypto, yet they buy gold. Yeah, so the government's been buying gold for a really, really long time, right? Right, like gold is one of the oldest assets in the world. And the government always used to say crypto was a scam. Now the government's just getting into crypto. So it's like, it's not really. If you're asking, should I buy gold? Yeah, I think buying gold is smart just because gold is an inverse of crypto, right? But you have to also keep in mind that gold reached its all-time high just recently within the last few months, right? Like this is our gold chart. Like gold also, look, I can zoom out on gold as well. Look at gold, you guys. Actually, this isn't, hang on. You guys, this is gold. Look, this is back in 1982. I wasn't even born. 1982, 1990, 1991. Like, bro, I wasn't even born. So this is the gold chart. And look what happened with gold. Gold reached its all-time high. The highest price it's ever been to. Gold just hit that price a few days ago. And you have to understand why, right? Because I hear what you're saying by, oh, government wants you to buy gold. I mean, the government wants you to buy crypto. Not the government doesn't want you to buy crypto. You have to understand like the geopolitics issue that's happening, right? Right? There was a beef happening between, Trump started beefing with China because Trump did the whole tariff situation with China. China didn't like that. And you have to look at, okay, which country has the most amount of liquidity to America? Like which country buys the most amount of US Treasury, right? Number one, your top three are Japan, London, and China. I think it's Japan, China, then London, right? Like they buy the most. So then what happened when they pissed off China? China's like, all right, we're not going to buy US Treasury anymore. So what did they start buying? They started selling off all their US Treasury, US bonds, and they started buying gold. And when China started doing that, what happened? Other countries are like, oh, yo, China's selling off their US bonds, the US Treasury. They're buying gold. I'm going to start buying gold as well. Hence why we saw prices of gold skyrocket. Because when gold goes up, what does it do to the US dollar? The US dollar gets weaker, right? The US dollar gets weaker. Right? US government does not want gold to increase in value so much, right? US dollar and gold, they're not friends. So you have to realize like, oh yeah, they want you to buy gold. Well, you got to realize why. You are incorrect. I'm incorrect about what? Let me know. Let me know what I'm incorrect about, man. I'm always open to hearing other people's opinion and thoughts. This is how we learn from each other, right? Let me know what I'm incorrect about. BTC took 8 years to go to 4K. Yeah, and then it went from 4K. You don't understand the relationship of gold to the dollar. I know, but explain to me what I'm incorrect about. Like, explain like you're incorrect when you said this. Like, you're incorrect when you said this. Like, this is how it should be. Because from where I stand, I think I am correct. But let me know what I said that's incorrect and what is correct. You're not answering my question. Answer the question. Answer the question. Answer my question. What did I say that was incorrect? That was wrong. China is still buying U.S. Treasury, U.S. bonds. They are. Right. Other national banks didn't follow China's suit and also start buying gold. Gold reaches all-time high this year. That's false because we can all see like 2025 all-time high, and you can just scroll back and look so yeah, if you read the economics, it's a great news article. If talk deep about economics, if you read some of those Chinese websites also that focus on their economy, you would know everything I just said. What are your thoughts on what will happen with Bitcoin? I think Bitcoin in the long term is a winning asset. Like you're not going to lose. You're not going to lose. And the reason why you're not going to lose because it's an asset that everyone is buying globally. and there's a finite amount of Bitcoin, right? There's there isn't unlimited amount of Bitcoin. Now, will Bitcoin go down? Yes, it will go down. Like every single underlying asset goes down, right? Everything fluctuates in price. So it will go down. But overall, within the long term, I think everyone will win, right? This is the long-term chart, right? Everything will go up in price. Boom, 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 right? Overall, we have these dips, but you can also see it always reaches new all-time high. Always. So I think we will always end up winning all the time. Short term, within the short term, I think we're seeing prices drop, like prices are going down, but I think we're gonna have a spike toward the upside, and I think that spike is really gonna be dependent on that spike might probably happen in December or January, and the reason why I say that is because this gets more like technical, like super technical, more like economics. So there's something called quantitative tightening. So quantitative tightening is pretty much, okay, here's a really simple example of explaining it. The simple example. Imagine you have a pool, right? And the pool has a little bit of water. So because the pool has a little bit of water, you can't like dive in. You can't do cannonball. Like it's limited because it's like so shallow, right? That's quantitative tightening. That's the Federal Reserve taking money, right? Taking liquidity out of the economy. When they do that, it does things like increase interest rates. So long story short, like it's less water in the pool, so less money to move around, right? After quantitative tightenings, there's something called repo, blah, blah, blah. But then after that, there's something called quantitative easing. Quantitative easing is when the Fed puts a lot of water in the pool. So they put a lot of money in the economy, right? So I'm just giving a simple example. They put a lot of water in the pool so you can jump in the pool, you can cannonball, you can dive head first because like there's so much water, there's so much depth, right? So if you look at the market, historically, if you notice, when the Fed implements QE, you see, right, a lot of assets skyrocket in price, specifically risk on assets, right? You see stocks skyrocket, you see crypto skyrocket. So if you look at historically, when was the last time the Fed implemented QE? Was back in 2020 when Bitcoin went from $4,000 all the way to $62,000, right? QE, they were just printing so much money, adding so much water to the pool, right? Interest rates was just dropping, money for everybody. So now the Fed announced in December 1st, they're going to end QT. So it's like them saying, hey kids, we know there's not a lot of water in the pool right now. We're going to add more water in the pool. And the kids are like, yeah, more water in the pool so we can play more and have fun. And they said that's going to end. QT is going to end in December 1st. So, but then there's repo. So repo is kind of like they're taking out the old water and then they have to put in like the fresh, clean water. So it's kind of like this little in-between stage. And then after, once they take out all the old water, they implement the new water, which is QE, then you really start seeing the market pump. I try to explain it in the most simplest way I could. I hope that makes sense. Right? But like a lot of prices of these crypto, I know doing TA is great, but a lot of prices right now is really based on like what's happening economically, right? So like people don't know that. Like you have to look at the relationship between different countries, what they're doing. That's why when Trump is like, hey, we're going to charge China 100% tariff, the market crashed, right? The market just got like obliterated. We saw like this massive crash. Boom. What the heck? Because the market's like, what? You're going to charge them 100% tariff? It's going to make everything more expensive. Inflation. Ooh, a bag of milk's don't cost $1 million, right? And people don't like that. So if you understand some of these like economic things, those are really, that'll give you more clarity and understanding why the market's going down. And if you know why it's going down, then you know, oh, this is all fear. Oh, tariff. It's fear. It's not temporary. That's why when Trump's like, all right, end of tariffs, boom, prices skyrocketed, right? So then you know, like, oh, this is fluff. It's going down, but you understand why. And you can understand this is fluff. This is temporary. And then that's when you can like double down on your buy and you can buy a lot because you're like, this is temporary. Like this isn't nothing. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that helped a little bit. But yeah, in the short term, I expect some type of bounce to happen. I can't tell you the exact date, the exact time, but we do know on December 1st is when they end QT. So we're going to see how the market reacts to that. And then they haven't given us a date of when they're going to start implementing QE yet. We know that the Fed is going to speak. And when they speak, I know they're going to ask him that question. I know they're going to ask him that question. And we're going to be watching that. And then we're going to have a lot more clarity. Thank you for everyone that's been giving me likes. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you guys coming here. So you guys showing up live. I saw some of you guys signed up for the crypto class already that we'll be having. Just remember the crypto class won't be here. So for everyone who signed up, just check your email because you'll get the detail as like the Zoom meeting. And if you don't get an email, then just message me because you should get it. Danny, thank you so much for the badge, man. I appreciate that. It's going to keep dropping. So give some time, then buy all you can. Yeah, like I'm not really worried that much about. I'm not really worried about the month of November. Like, look at this. This is stinking crazy, bro. This is insane. Oh my gosh. This is crazy right now, broski. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. But yeah, just stay in the game, you guys. Everyone who panics now, who like, oh, crypto's done, and just stops, like, who stops caring about crypto. And this is what I mean by stay in the game. Stay in the game doesn't mean keep your money in crypto when crypto's crashing. Like, oh, I bought an all-time high. I'm never going to sell this crypto. If you bought a terrible crypto, like sell, right? Like sell that crypto. But when I mean stay in the game, I mean this. Like, don't forget about crypto. Like, don't forget. Like, peep in. Like, keep in. Because people think this. I'm going to show you guys something real simple. Let's say we do this, right? Let's do this. People think this and okay. People have this delusional idea in their mind. Don't get offended, okay, guys? But people have this delusional idea in their mind that they're going to be able, like, let's say you don't, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's just do this just so we can make it as realistic as possible. Some people are so crazy. So this is the last bull market, right? Some people are so crazy that they think, oh, I messed up. I bought up here. Prices went here and then it crashed. And then they forget about crypto. They completely forget about it. And in their minds, they think, okay, I'll buy back when prices are cheaper. And then I remember, I honestly made a video when Bitcoin was around, I think it was 19,000 or 17,000. I'll find it on my TikTok because it's on my TikTok. I'm like, you guys, buy crypto. Do not wait for it to hit $10,000. People are like, Bitcoin's going to hit $10,000. Bitcoin hit $15,000 and then boom, end up skyrocketing. So what I'm saying, people have this idea where they didn't buy at a good price, but yet they forget about crypto during all of this time, and they think they're going to be able to buy at the cheapest price possible, which is here, and then they'll just magically know when exactly is the best time to buy back in and make all this profit as prices continue to run toward the upside, right? Not realizing you would make way more. You would make way more money if all you did. So this is what I do. At the beginning of the bear market, I actually don't really buy. I don't really buy. But then once I like, it's like, okay, yeah, clearly bear market, like prices are really dropping. You'll make way more money if you buy here. If you buy here, buy here, buy here, buy here, buy here, instead of waiting for prices to run up and then you buy here, buy here, buy here. Like if the amount you bought here is the exact same amount of money you bought here, right? So let's say you bought here was $10,000. It was spread out versus $10,000 within this range. You'll make more money here. You will. And the reason why is because you're holding these cryptos for so long, you get a better average cost. And then number two, you can stake. You have more time. So you'll be making money on your money. Your money's going up, making you money. And just because you're holding that asset, you're staking it, you'll be making more money. You're making money just from holding it. How much more easier can life get? You have money in your bank account, you probably ain't making money from that, right? I remember having money in my bank account to like the end of the year. I'm like, you made $100. I'm like, bro, you have 6 figures and you pay me $100. I'm like, what the heck is this? I'm like, what? Take that same amount and put it in crypto and you're making a couple of $1,000 every single month from just staking it, right? So don't have that mindset being like, oh yeah, prices are going down and you're going to forget about it. You're going to lose. You might make a little something, right? But most people, like, they just, like, just buy on the way down, especially if we're in the bear market, and stake those cryptos that you want to hold for a long time. Don't get emotionally attached to any crypto. Don't get married to any crypto. Get married to your wife. Get married to her. Stay loyal to the wifey, right? All the other cryptos, you buy them, you sell them accordingly. Your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your Solana, your BNB, the ones that have proven year over year that always reach all-time high, those are the ones you can hold on. Those are the ones that make you profit. Those are the ones where it pretty much doesn't matter when you buy. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Danny. I appreciate that. Buy what you can and hold. Don't get shaken out. 100%. You're 100%. People can only get shaken out because they get scared. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the like, Faye. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You guys showed a lot of love today, man. I don't know what it is. Thank you for all the gifts, man. You guys are snapping on me, showing all this love on a Monday. Jeez. I wish I'm listening to some Jay-Z right now. I wish I could play it out loud, but because I'm on YouTube, I can't play it out loud. Do you guys have any questions? Everyone who's on YouTube, what question do you have? Because you guys been quiet. I see you on YouTube right now. Drop your questions in the chat, right? Don't be shy. The whole purpose here is for everyone to get their crypto wallet big, fat, and juicy. Everyone can get to that first 50K, 100K. 150K, 200K, whatever your goal is, right? Drop your questions, you guys. If you guys are done with all your questions, then that's a wrap. I'll call it a day, right? And for everyone who signed up for the crypto class, welcome, welcome. I'm excited to have that private Zoom meeting with all of you guys, and I'm going to share a lot of sauce. I'm going to share a lot of gems. Have some giveaway. Is that D? Is that D in the chat right now? Stop it. Stop it right now, bro. Yeah. Is that D in the chat? Jeez. D, where you been? Where you been, girl? You went MIA. You went MIA. No. Goddess is here too? That's crazy. How you guys come back at the same time? How you guys come back at the same time? What? Like both of you come back at the same time. Both of you left and then both of you came back at the same time. Like, are you guys roommates or something? Be honest. Be honest if you guys are roommates. You guys probably texting each other, girl, I'm coming on the live today. You coming? All right, I'll come on. All right, you come on too. Usually you were coming on at 9 a.m. Oh, that's true. That's true. We are sisters. You see, I knew it. I knew. I'm like, how they both on at the same time? How they both on at the same time? I knew it. I'm like, no way. Are you joking when I say you guys are sisters? You guys are actually serious. I was. I used to come on really early. I used to come on earlier. I used to come on at 9. Before that, I used to come on at 7. And then with my morning schedule, sometimes, I drive my son to school. So then I come on a little bit later. But I should get back on that. I should get back on that early morning. We're joking. We're friends. We met during your live. Oh, for real? Oh, okay. I actually thought you guys were serious for a second. Uh, I like the mornings. I like the mornings too. I like the mornings too. I think the mornings are better. The thing is, when I go on during like this time, I know I should do the morning. True. Mornings are better. Mornings are better. I honestly want to do. You guys, let me know. I honestly want to do maybe like 7 a.m., 7:30. Like start around 7 a.m., 7:30. That's ideally what I want to do. Because I did that before when I was first started. And I found it to be good. Like there was. Because typically people that were up at that time, like everyone was very attentive. A lot of good questions. Sometimes when I go on during the day, I notice there's a lot of young bloods. That's perfect. EST. Oh, you see, Faye even likes that 7 a.m. too. Yeah, EST time. I think you maybe come on 7:30 EST in the morning. Because then for everyone who's also commuting, it's like, all right, you're commuting to work. For everyone who's getting ready, listen in the background. Yeah, okay, so everyone likes the morning. I will do morning. We'll do morning. All right, you guys, it's almost 2. How long have we been going live for? We've been going live for a while. It's late. You guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Let me know, you guys. Any questions, let me know. Or else we'll call it a day. Because your boy's getting hungry. Your boy's getting hungry, and I know the wifey blessed me with something. Uh, I'll have questions ready for tomorrow. All right. Got you, Didi. Which coin can 10x? Jeez. Cleo, huh? You want the 10x? Cleo, before you get the 10x, just try to get a 2x. Try to get a 2x. Thanks, G. I'll sign up for your class for later this week if you're hosting another one. I think you already been there though, Faye. I know you've been there already. You've seen. And you're good, Faye. You're good. Good question. LOL. Thank you, Naicke. You welcome, ready. You welcome. Anytime, you guys. Come on, bless me with a 10x. At this point in the bull market, I don't know if I can say, hey, buy this crypto. This crypto is going to do a 10x. I don't there's no crypto where I'm like, yeah, buy this crypto. Yeah, if you put $1,000, this crypto is going to get you to $10,000. We have to see what happens within the next week. That's really, then we're going to get more clarity of exactly how things are going to play out. I think right now, if you're someone where you're like, hey, I know crypto can make a lot of money and I work my job, I work my 9 to 5, and I kind of want to use this for the long term to really succeed and change the path for me, my kids, my family. Like the way prices are going down, I think it's really, really great. It's really, really great. It's really, really great. If you're like, man, I just want to make money today, tomorrow, then you have to be skilled. Like you have to take time to learn, right? You have to take time to learn to understand really how to trade and TA and technical analysis, right? So I can give you some crypto, Cleo, but at the end of the day, I really don't want to give crypto if I'm not absolutely certain. Because imagine I do give you a crypto and like it doesn't do that. And be like, that stupid Nike guy, stupid black guy on TikTok, the heck. Then it's like, right? And then you unfollow me and then you hate me and like, la la la. But it's like, I just try to give real advice. So that's how I would view it. If you're someone where you're like, this crypto thing can really work, that's how I play it. I'm ready, skilled, just want your input. Okay, focus on AI crypto project, focus on robotic crypto project, and I would focus on any crypto that is centered around the betting industry. And I would focus on crypto projects that are on the base ecosystem. Base ecosystem, betting, AI robotics. 3 categories. Those 3 categories, I think they'll do more than 10x. I think those 3 crypto projects can do a 10x, 50x, 100x. Robotics, AI, and betting. And then 4th bonus crypto project on the base ecosystem. Predi, P-R-E-D-I, Predi. That one did really good for my community. We already crushed it. But keep in mind, prices are going down right now. Prices aren't pumping. I just gave you one. Be careful though. I warned you. Remember, these are cryptos where in one day they can go up 500% and then they can go down 500%, right? So if you're experienced, you would know that. So just be careful. All right. Any last questions, you guys, before I get going? Any last questions? Anybody? All right. Seems like everyone's good. Everyone's good. All right, you guys. Any questions for me? Send me the DM. If not, you guys want to be a part of the crypto class, link is in the bio. We'll be having that on Thursday. You'll get an email. It won't be here on Zoom. Aside from that, love y'all. I appreciate you guys.